Hello and welcome to Leeds United fans. Well, we haven't done one of these now since last weekend because of midweek game, but two wins in a row. And I don't know how Patrick Bamford survived that hideous challenge he got from Begovic there during the week. That was just insane. Like,
I
could
think
have ended his career.
the funniest thing was the keeper's reaction to getting sent off. It's like,
And there was talk going around that Bamford be done by the FA or whatever. He can't. He said to the referee, "He didn't touch me. I moved out of the way." But because he came out with his foot high, it was the intent was there, so that's why the penalty was given.
yeah,
Even
the
though the
next
referee was knew that Bamford said to him, "Yeah, he didn't touch me." But Begovic went insane, man. Between that and the fact that every time I looked at the QPR manager, I thought of your man off that shit film, The Room. Like,
I don't think I've seen it.
oh, you haven't seen it. Well, you know the reference if you had seen it, but that was about it. That was about the most entertaining thing about that game. And of course, we got a goal and a win, but it was just a really really boring win.
Yeah, I missed that one. Thankfully, I seem to miss all our boring games. So
Oh man, QPR just didn't go forward. It was just they were sitting the whole game.
the shite, and he's Gareth Ainsworth. I think it is their coach. He had it made at Wickham. He should have stayed at Wickham because they'd have never fired him.
Yeah, he's going to be on the edge now out there down at QPR, I think. But then again, they're a very poor team.
They are,
I
yeah,
don't think it matters who the manager is. They're just shit.
they are. Like I said, I know why he went because he's an ex QPR player, but he'd been manager of Wickham for years, and he had a good thing there. I know it's Wickham,
Hmm.
but he had a good thing going, so he should have stayed there.
I probably thought I'm going to test myself at a higher level, like
Yeah, that's how's that working out for you?
exactly. But of all teams to pick QPR, like man, they've been hemorrhaging since the Premier League days. Every year they're getting weaker and weaker.
I know. Yeah, I mean, when I was growing up, they were a top flight team. I remember Leeds going and playing them at Loftus Road or whatever the hell they call it these days.
Oh God, yeah, they were a big team. Not now, or if anything, they're more closer to League One now than they are going back up.
They're one of those teams that, because of where they were when I was younger, I always think of them as a big club.
Hmm. But they are just massively overspent when they came in with all overpriced shit players. Like,
Yeah, I remember when they got took over by Flavio Briatore, the Benetton boss from Formula One.
no, I don't remember that now.
He came in, and it was just everything he touches is generally a bit of a financial fuck up.
Oh,
So
that's been the story of QPR for the last 20 years. But anyways, well, that's back after the last weekend, man. We were just we both said it was one of those days, and it's proven to have been one of those days because we've got two wins on the bounce since.
yeah,
We look shaky at corners today now.
and that's without Cooper.
Yeah, but it was just they were good at set pieces, and we were just a bit shaky. Like, and Rodon had a few mistakes on him today too. He was lucky not to get sent off. He was very lucky that he wasn't the last man back.
Yeah, he made a mistake and then got booked trying to rectify the mistake.
Yeah, he was very lucky. Now that could have been easily been a red.
Another one.
Yeah, he's a good player, but he has a mistake in him.
Yeah, but
And that's why Archie Gray was deployed at right back today because Farkas knows now at this stage, like everyone knows that Alien has a mistake in him. So he said, right there, Danger Man is on that side. So Archie, you're in there today at right back. And he did
oh
a really
wow,
good job in there. He done a
yeah,
really good job.
yeah, it's good to know we've got cover. Although he has got Shackleton as
Yeah, but
well.
he wasn't there. He wasn't available today.
Oh, was he not?
No, he wasn't even on the bench today.
Oh right, I wonder why that is. Has he got an injury?
I don't know. They just said he wasn't available. Sure, he could have COVID or anything, like you wouldn't know.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
And fucking, of course, Jed Spence has to come back as well too. So all of a sudden now, that's a big thing. Like if we're stuck for a right back, Archie Gray can play in there and do a good job.
yeah, and if we get, I mean, you also have the option of playing Junior Fairpart left and swinging Byron back over to the right as well.
Well, if Tribune Firpo ever fucking plays again, like he's the forgotten man at this point.
He is, but I mean, you've got to think he'd be decent at this level.
At the moment, we're fine without him.
That's true.
So we'll touch on to the players. So Meslier had a good game today. Nothing he could do for the goal. His kicking has improved tenfold, whatever's happened.
Yeah, he's obviously training quite hard with that. They've obviously
They've obviously got a right fucking goalkeeping coach in it this season.
Yeah, they've obviously pointed out, look, this is your area of weakness, and he's obviously working it. So fair play to him.
Nothing he could do for as I say, nothing he could do for the goal. I just don't understand why they don't, at that point in the game, why didn't they have somebody on the back post?
At any point in the game, it's basic shit.
Yeah, I've noticed that a lot of the teams now, they don't have a man on the line anymore because they're saying, oh, they're playing players on side. In theory, that's correct. But when a header comes in like that, if there's someone on the back post, it's going to be saved. It's going to be stopped
Yeah,
from.
I think I'd rather have someone on the line myself.
Yeah, especially at that point now, the last chance of the last attack of the first half, you're saying in the corner. You just put everyone on the line basically, and not everyone. You put at least two players on the line and make
Yeah.
sure you go in ahead. Like,
Yeah.
but that was, as I say now, we were a bit shaky on corners today. But other than that, never felt we were going to be concede like.
No, no. I mean, it was dominant performance. We should have, like you said beforehand, that should have been wrapped up ages ago. Should have been wrapped up by half time.
Oh God, man, Rutter missed an absolute sitter. An absolute sitter. I don't. The goal open and he hit it over. I'm like, you could try that. You could try that 1,000 times and never do that again. It was one of those misses. You're just like, how?
Yeah, it's like you got an angle where it's easier to actually hit the target.
All he had to do was just anything, just hit it anyway at all, and he managed to hit it over. It was a weird one, but that was Rutter's game today. He
Yeah, it
was
was good.
trying, he was industrious, but it just wasn't coming off for him really. At times things were happening for him, but that's why he was taking off near the end, just try and settle things down again because he was trying to do too much, and we said, right, just bring a settled head in there now and just try and hold on for a win.
Yeah, and got the assist again for QPR as well. So he's yeah. I'm not saying that this is his level. I'd say he's better. He's easily better than this level.
He's
But
one
he's
of the
having
best players in the league.
yeah, exactly. He's having a great.
Sure, anyways, we've touched on Meslier and right back today, Archie Gray. When going into the game and I was looking at the team lineup, I was like, what? Who's playing where?
Yeah, it was a real mess.
Everyone was speculating, was Ampadu at centre back? And you're like, you're hardly playing your best fielder at centre back, are you?
The BBC though, they do get the lineups. I found this before with other games. They get the lineups completely wrong.
For the amount of speculation online before the game of where people were playing where, like one point, it sounded like he was going to play Kamara at left back.
He
So,
ever played
anyways,
left back in his life?
but we've already said Farkin knew that their danger man was on the right side, attacking on the right side, so it was like Aileen liable to make a mistake. So stuck Archie Gray on him. He kept him quiet all day. Didn't do a thing around. Played very well actually.
He's looking like a little superstar, is Archie Gray.
He is going to be. Imagine him in a couple of years' time. He's only 17. Like,
Multifaceted, interchangeable in position.
and for that 17 to be that good at 17, man. Oh man, he's a superstar. And like, they're speculating now. Oh, Premier League clubs are going to come in for him. But it's all bollocks because when you're under 18, you can only sign short-term deals. You're not allowed to sign long-term deals.
Mm.
So as soon as he turns 18, there'll be fucking 3-5 year deal landing on the doorstep. As soon as the day after the first. Happy birthday! Here's a fucking 5 year contract.
They will, but that means fuck all in this day and age.
Oh, I know, but he's Leeds true and true, man.
Well, yeah, I was thinking that. I mean, how likely is he to want to leave? Unless we're really pants,
I
which
don't
we're
think so.
not.
We're not. I mean, we've got billion. We're one of the richest. We're richer than most Premier League clubs now with our owners,
That's true,
and we
yeah.
have a bigger stadium than most of them as well, and it'll get bigger. So why would he leave?
Why would he? As long as his head doesn't get turned,
I
really.
don't think so, man. He's too sharp for 17. He's not Willie Nanto.
No, he's not. Plus, even if his head was turned, you'd have Eddie Gray slap him upside of it.
Oh yeah, you've got father, uncle, and great and whatever he is, great uncle or grand uncle or something. But anyways, everyone would be in his ear like saying, "Don't you fucking dare!" And of course, Rodon today, he played well, but he made a couple of mistakes, and he was lucky not to be sent off. To be fair, very lucky.
Yeah. I mean, he's cover, isn't he? He's first choice at the moment, but we're not keeping him. So I think come January we might be looking for a permanent centre back. Now that a lot of the financial stuff is settled,
Yeah, we needed somebody in just to fill a hole.
yeah, and he does do that in fairness to him, and I
Mm.
like him. He's a good player, but he's not our long term option. So I've got to think that Cooper's got to go.
I wouldn't let him go. I'd keep him on, but I wouldn't have him playing.
Yeah, exactly. Way down the pecking order.
Just have him
Um,
there.
hmm?
Just he's great to have around.
Oh yeah, he's good to have around, but
Natural leader.
I do think January one of our main concerns has to be a permanent centre back,
Mm.
and that isn't going to be Joe Roden because Tottenham I think are fairly keen on keeping him.
We'll see, like, because if Spurs are flying and if Postecoglou brings in more players for where he drops further down the pecking order,
There is that. The top of the league after 8 games, Tottenham.
there you
That's
go. Like,
hilarious.
there you go. So they're in the ascension again now. But and of course, Strike today, another solid performance from Strike. He's been one of our best players.
Yeah, see, this is what we need now. We need a permanent partner for Stroke. Stroke for me is our number one centre back, and that's not going to change.
No, not now. Because Alien and Cooper now are definitely going to be options going forward this season. We know for that now for a fact. He gave him a try, Cooper. He was an absolute disaster, and he's all right. That's it. Game over, pal.
Yeah, and he gave
You
him a
can't
couple
play
of
Strike and Cooper together anyway. They're both left-footed.
true. Yeah, yeah, you think about that. Yeah, keep forgetting Cooper's left footed.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I wouldn't be averse to Road on signing permanently. I think he's a good player. He needs to maybe wind his neck in a little bit because he's obviously got the odd mistake and he's got the odd card in him.
Mm. But sure, that's most players.
Yeah,
You know.
it's just hot off the heels of a red card though. It's like, yeah, wind your neck in a little bit, fella.
Mm. Oh well, if you take that away from me, might be shit.
Nah, true enough.
Mm.
I mean, before his red card, him and Strout were fucking solid.
And they're solid again. We've conceded one goal in 2 games.
Yeah, true. Very
Here you go.
true.
And we conceded fucking 3 with Cooper in there.
Aye.
And he was at fault for all 3.
Yeah, God, yeah, he was. Oh, that game was awful.
Oh, terrible. But we've moved on from that now. Byram, amazing he played the 2 games this week because they said he can't play 2 games in a week, but he wasn't as industrious going forward today. He was kind of timing his runs a bit more. You would tell near the end of the game if a ball was played by a couple of balls played by Rutter, and he was like encouraging Byram to run on. He just stopped at the halfway line. He said, "No, pal, not at my age and my fucking fitness levels. I am not going charging down that fucking ball now. Just play it anywhere else, but don't play it to me. Not this late in the game."
Well, at least he knows his limits,
Oh yeah, he clearly does. Like,
and he's what you've got to have him in because he's fucking class.
man, he made a great saving challenge at the end.
Ah, yeah, I heard that in the commentary. Yeah,
Oh, brilliant saving challenge. That was probably the equaliser. He just came over and slid in and just took it right off his foot. It was a brilliant challenge.
yeah, he's
And again, if he wasn't charging forward as much, but he saved us at the end. So justified
yeah,
selection by default.
at the end of the day, we shouldn't have to rely on Sam Byron bombing forward to score goals. So
No, but we've got so much. And of course,
so much attacking.
we'll touch on the midfield now. And
Yeah.
before we move to Hampton, Kamara got a lot of fucking shit last weekend, but he was played well today.
Everyone played shit last weekend.
Yeah, I know. It was unfair to pick anyone out last weekend.
It was an all round. Apart from, I think we singled out Strauch as being good last weekend.
That was about it.
Yeah, and Rutter tried hard. Rutter always tries hard.
Yeah, Rutter tried more than that.
That was about it.
Mm.
Everyone was shit last weekend.
Crap. And then of course Ampadu was back to his usual self the last 2 games again, controlling the midfield.
And now that Camera's in there with him, he's attacking again. I said it for the Watford game. The more attacking nature's coming out.
Yeah, because he has got Kamara behind him now, and he knows.
Yeah.
And Kamara's got some great touches and flicks and stuff. Sure, he's played 50 odd times for Finland. Like,
He's a very experienced player. I mean, Scottish League's a joke, but if you play for Rangers, then you've played in some big games.
mm-hmm.
You've played in Europe. You've played for old firms a year. He's played in big games. He knows what he's doing.
Was he there when they won the UEFA Cup?
He's been there years.
Well, he would have been part of the team so that won the UEFA Cup, but under Giovanni Bronckhorst.
What year was that?
It's only a couple of years ago.
Rangers Europa League, was it?
Was the Europa League the one, or was it the Europa Cup? Was it the one? Though, no, the one is actually.
Just
He
having a
would
look
have been. He
now.
definitely would have been.
He would have been at the club, most definitely. Um, hmm, no, I'm not. I'm not seeing that
No, it
quickly.
doesn't matter. That doesn't
For
matter. But
podcast fodder.
so he was Rangers when they won the Europa League,
Oh
or
yeah, he's been there.
whatever the one, and the next thing he's not deemed not good enough by a manager who got sacked because they got turned over by Aberdeen. Like,
4-1. Oof. At home.
oh well, there we go. But he worked out well for us that we got Kamara for fucking 5 million, 5.5 million. So
Just having a look at his wiki page. Um, he was at Rangers from 2019.
well, he would have been in that team. So
I thought he'd been there longer, actually.
that's 4 years.
Yeah. A couple of years at Dundee. He was actually he was an Arsenal player. Never
Oh,
played.
yeah.
Never played for the first team. Loaned out a couple of times to lower leagues. It's
Mm-hmm.
Rangers where he's really well Dundee and then Rangers where he's really took off.
Oh, well, he's doing all right for us now, and Piro, great finish.
I've not seen it obviously because I was listening to
Great finish.
the radio commentary, but they were
He just
banging on about it.
he saw the gap and just put it. Just he passed it in. He didn't hit it that even that hard. He just passed it into the net.
I got a message off my mum because I think I've mentioned on this before. My mum's the reason I'm a Leeds fan, and she went, "I love that Pirro," and it sounds like Perlo. Yeah, I'll give you
No.
that one.
No, he had he didn't he had his usual game, he doesn't really seem like he's doing much, but he'll come up and he'll score.
And that's all you want.
And he'll lay off a pass or an assist, and he was making himself a nuisance up there today at times, but he got a goal, so. And of course, as we've said, Rutter gave everything, just wasn't really happening for him today.
He's very energetic. It's almost like he knows he did fuck all last season and he's trying to make up for it.
Or maybe he's just trying to save his name because he got ruined on him by default, even though it was no fault of his. Like,
nah, you've got to feel sorry for him.
Yeah, he came in as a young lad in from the German league into a fucking mess. The next thing he becomes a joke and his legacy.
Yeah.
So
he was an absolute joke, yeah.
So he had to kind of save face for him, just for himself, probably.
Like you say, though, he's probably one of the best players in that league.
Oh, he is, without question.
He's dangerous, is what he is. Every time he gets the ball, it looks like he's going to do something.
Well, shame he didn't do that today when he had an open goal in front of him.
I know, but they are funny. When they miss, when it comes in and fucking straight up, it's funny.
Oh, God, I couldn't believe it. I was just like, how the fuck did you miss that? But of course, Dan James had a pretty good game today. He just terrorized them. They just his pace is just it's a real weapon. Like,
yeah, it is. Yeah, obviously he's having a good season. On the whole, he's having a very good season.
I'm sure he got a goal, and he got a goal today. Like, so.
We've said this before. My estimation of Dan James went up massively in those games where we had no players.
Yeah,
he
was trying out.
He dragged us to results, and he's carrying the form on him for most of the time. So
exactly, and Somerville is good, but he's frustrating at times.
Selfish as well.
He tries to do too much, and sometimes his passing there's too much pace on it.
Yeah, I think if given the choice between Gonto and Somerville, I'd take Gonto. If I had to only have
unlucky not to score today, though. The keeper pulled off a great save.
Oh, he's a good player. I don't deny it. And obviously, he had that period last season where all of a sudden he was
unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
Until he got injured, and that was the end of that.
Yeah. But he's just, like you say, he tries to do too much and he's too selfish. I know that in order to be a flair player, which is, you have to have an element of selfishness about you, but he takes it a bit too far. Because Rutter's a flair player, but I wouldn't classify him as overly selfish.
No, Rutter will look for the ball more so than Somerville will.
Rutter's a team player.
Yeah,
Gets back,
he's all
looks
over the
good.
place.
Yeah,
But to be fair, now Somerville was tracking back today now because we were very critical of him against
yeah,
Southampton because
last yeah,
he was not tracking back at all.
yeah,
But he again had another good game. Bamford came on, put himself about. Unlucky not to square off a ball for the third goal near the end. A third goal near the end, should I say? But he was just brought on to settle things down because Rutter was just trying to do too much, and he just like, right, we'll just get you out of here now and just settle this down for the last few minutes, just to hold on for a result now. And that's that try and chase everything like.
yeah. That's what he is now. He's back up.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jaden
you've got
Anthony hasn't done fuck all the last two games. He really hasn't. He's been done fuck all. I don't know. I think he's probably still integrating because he only arrived the last minute. Like,
yeah. I still like him.
oh, he's good. He's a player. Like, but he just
He's
I
not
don't know.
getting.
There's
He's not really getting enough first team action yet.
well, he started against QPR and he done nothing. Like, but then again, it was one of those games. Like,
Exactly.
there was no one going forward for QPR. There was just like every single time there was just 10 men that they're fucking their third of the field. Like, it was just
So you can't really do much against that. But against Watford, when he came on against Watford, he was absolutely class.
he done very well against Watford. Yeah, but he didn't really do anything wrong today. But he just I don't know. I think when he came on, it was about holding on to what we have. It wasn't really about attacking. Like,
Mm.
and then when Rutter was taken out of the equation, and you had Pirro and you had Bamford up there, so that's the real danger aspect out of it. It's just like let's just hold on to this now.
How many goals is that for Pirro now? Is that five?
Five, it's five. Yeah,
What a player.
good signing, man. Good signing.
Have a look at his goal scoring record elsewhere. I don't think I've actually.
Well, it's fairly good. He was
It
good for
was for
Swansea.
Swansea. Yeah, 41 in 91 for Swansea.
Mm-hmm.
Never made it to Dutch international level, but he played it all the way up to under 20.
It'd be very hard for him to get in the Dutch team.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they don't lack for choice.
No.
So that's 5 goals in 8 games for us.
Yeah, there you go.
That's some serious, you know,
That's what we needed, and we've got him.
cash. Yeah, very good.
Of course, there was a few substitutions near the end. They were only brought on for the last 2 minutes, so there's no point in Cooper, Aileen, and the Bulgarian kid. What's his name again?
Gruev.
Gruev. They just came on, just pack things up, like just hold on for the last 2 or 3 minutes.
You're not going to give Liam his new name?
Oh, Liam. You seen that the Wikipedia page? All right.
Is it still up? Let's have a
Yeah,
go.
someone changed Liam Cooper's Wikipedia page to League One Liam.
Harsh, but
I look at it. It was most people took it as a joke. Like most people didn't really get offended by it because he couldn't really defend him against after that Southampton game. He was fucking tragic. Like,
yeah, it's been changed back.
this has been changed back. Look at it. It was only going to be up for a day or two anyway.
League One Liam.
League
That's
One Liam.
he was bad last week.
And to be honest, man, League One is nearly getting starting to become his level now.
Yeah.
Not. Look at it again. He's been a great servant, and he'd be great to have around as a backup player this season. But that's it. Like,
Yeah, agreed. And if we get back up to Premiership, don't let him anywhere near the ground.
It was mad when we went up to the Premier League before they made signs at the last minute. He was our only fucking fit senior centre back going up. Like,
Yeah, I know.
we should have known back then, really, shouldn't we? But look at it's all in the past now, and Norwich away now next Saturday, and then there's only one game a week now for the next 2 games, so we're getting back to some sort of normality again now. Like,
Have a quick look at how Norwich are doing. They are a couple of places below us, 2 points below us, but their form loss, won, loss, draw compared to our draw, won, loss, won. So it looks like they started well, but are tailing off.
Yeah, they're not in a great shape at all. I'm not even going to make predictions anymore now because after the Watford game, I was just like Southampton. Yeah, bring it on. We're going to fucking hammer you. Next thing, bollocks. So I'm no more predictions for me now anymore.
Same.
Take it game by game.
Yeah,
And look
but
at, as I say, like that was the perfect way to come back from the Southampton game. 2 wins in a row.
yeah,
Wednesday was about the most boring games I've ever seen in my life, but we won. And I
yeah,
got to laugh at the manager looking like the fella from the room. And of course, Patrick Bamford and the goalkeeper's moment of fucking madness that everyone was talking about. But look, we're back into winning ways and we're climbing on the table. And,
yeah.
just now I'm not really paying much attention to the table now at the minute. Leicester seem to be kind of running away with it.
Leicester and Ipswich. Yeah,
But we've already beaten Ipswich.
exactly. I know. Well, we're 9 points behind Ipswich in second.
But that's not much.
No, I don't suppose so. And
That's
then you've
three
got
games.
the thing is as well, above us, apart from the top two, you've got Preston and Sunderland. Preston started brilliantly, but they've lost the last three games.
Yeah, they just got
They're,
off to a flyer.
they're
Like,
going to tank. And then you've got Sunderland, who I can't see them sustaining it either, to be honest.
no.
Birmingham are 1 point behind us. It's a weird league.
And we played them. They were shit.
Mm.
They were terrible the day we played them. Well, granted, we lost that game, but that was we've touched on it before. We had Jaffe and Dan James and Ian Pavetta up front. Like,
That was a bad time.
oh, a bad couple of days there, man. And Pavetta came on during the week, and Pavetta now that's it. No,
Yeah,
experiment over. No, not good enough.
yeah. Joffe not good enough. Cooper not good enough. Paveda not good enough. At least we've fucked a couple of them off on loan when we could.
To be honest with you, man, I'd say the reason that Jaffe, Pavetta were held on to was just for cover.
Yeah.
Like, you can't see them getting in the team now ahead of who's there.
Oh no, definitely
Not a
not.
hope.
And what is Matteo Joseph back from injury?
But even if he was, he'd only be playing on the under 21s anyway.
But I would think that eventually he's going to be considered to be ahead of Joffe in the pecking order.
Oh god, yeah. He's just for them. Even he's working his way back to fitness, and
Yeah.
again, he'll be in there ahead of Jaffe and Pavetta for definite. Like when Pavetta came on during the week, oh, crap! Like,
No, you've never really rated him, have you?
no, never have, and we're getting more and more justified as time goes on. I think Fark has seen a raw talent in him, and like Bielsa did. Like Bielsa saw a real raw talent in him as well too, and he thought he could make him a player. But
Yeah.
then
Well,
again, Bielsa thought he could make Tyler Roberts a player as well too. Look how that worked out.
where's he at? Birmingham?
Yeah, and he didn't even play against us.
No, he didn't. No.
Mm.
It's funny because obviously we've offloaded a couple of players to Bournemouth and they're doing utter shite.
They should have kept hold of Gary O'Neill, man.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, they
Like
should.
they bet Man City Wolves last weekend.
And do you know what? I've watched a few Wolves games this year. I saw them lose to Man United at Old Trafford, and they were
They
the
didn't
better
deserve
team.
to lose that.
No, they didn't. They were the better team. Liverpool, I saw them play Liverpool. They played really well, didn't deserve to lose, and then obviously beat Man City.
And Areola is another Bielsa type manager. But then again, Tyler Adams came back from injury and he's out indefinitely again.
Is he?
Yeah, there's no time scale on his return.
Well, that's the easiest 20 odd million we've ever made.
But your man, once a player tears their hamstring, that's a career changing injury. Like,
Yeah, look at Bamford.
yeah. And of course, Sinistera, if he can't keep up with the fitness levels that we had, how is he going to go to Areola, like the fucking same Bielsa type thing of chaotic football, and it's just not working.
I'm just having a look at the lineup to see if he played today. Nah,
There you go.
he was on the bench, didn't? Oh no, he came on 57th minute.
There you go. So, anyways, we shall finish up for today. Now we're in back to winning ways the last two games, and we're not looking to finish the article like we were against Watford just yet. But Kamara is only making his way back in. Gruev has only made a couple of cameos. We had Archie Gray right back today. He done very well, but Jed Spence is obviously going to be the first choice.
Yeah.
That's Nanto is out. Like, It's just at the minute now. It's just we're grinding out results, and that's all that matters. And then when it comes to the January window, we can identify maybe two or three more players, and that should be enough to get us back up. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, I think so. Because Leicester and Ipswich are going to hit a bump at some point.
Every team does.
I've said that we only need one of them to hit a bump. I don't care about necessarily winning the league. Second will do.
Second will be fine.
Yeah.
I won't complain about second.
If we finish in the playoffs this season, even if we don't go up, I'll be fairly content because we had a rocky start, and I've always thought this was going to be a 2 year project to get back up. I think the potential's there to go up this season, but I'm not necessarily that disappointed with a 2 year rebuilding project.
But I think I'm on the other side of it. I think we need to go up as soon as possible because we won't keep all of the players in the parish and money will go.
Maybe.
If we don't go up now, if we don't go up this season, can you see Pirro, Somerville, Nanto, all these players hanging around? I can't.
Pirro, yeah. Why hasn't he gone to the Premier League?
Because he thought he came to Leeds to go to the Premier League.
Yeah, but he could have gone to the Premier League before we were even interested, but it's never happened. I think he might be at his level.
Well, anyways,
Maybe
we're going very far into the future now. Let's just let's live in the now,
the now is we're winning games, and I like that.
Yeah, and we had that last weekend. We said it when we watched the game. It was one of those days.
Yeah, and it was.
That wasn't going to be season defining. It was just a fucking disaster. No one turned up.
Yeah.
It was half time before they even realized there was a game on. I think a lot of them. But anyways, we have reached the end of our chat now for today, and we shall be back next week. Like, share, and subscribe. Bye now.